Welcome guys, Darren here again with this time doing a box review of Wild Card Collegiate Basketball, 1991. There's only 1 year that they did this. And these packs are really interesting because this was not the very first parallel set, but this was basically 1 year out from the very first parallel set that was ever done in the modern era. And it wasn't really seen that way at the time, but it is a lot of fun because they're really interesting parallels. The set itself is a really crazy. It's all built around the parallel concept. That's the way that it works. But the set is it's an interesting collegiate set in part because they actually include a lot of veteran players, but veteran players not in their regular jersey. They're airbrushed out. So here's Isaiah Thomas. We have Patrick Ewing in his collegiate uniform. You also have, let's see, you have Scottie Pippen, and then you have John Stockton, and Chris Mullin was in here. There's Chris Mullin, and then there are a couple of other guys like Bill Wennington, who's not quite as significant as the others, but you do get various players that are not college players. These cards are very overproduced, so they're not really worth all that much. But it is an interesting set to go through, primarily because this was only the second year that people were doing collegiate cards. They were still trying to figure out how to do it. And Wild Card, it liked to play around with the trading card aspect. So it was about interactivity. So one of the cards of significance were their wild cards. And these surprise cards you could mail in and get back a promo card and then a replacement card for this. And the replacement card could be Dikembe Mutombo, Steve Smith, somebody like that. And so some of the significant players do not come in the packs because of the wild cards. But it was a neat concept that they had, and the design of the cards with all these numbers around, which is kind of like a Vegas affair, it comes down to the parallels. So the parallels are cards with a numbered stripe, and they come in denominations of 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, and 1,000. I got 2 numbered out of 5, 2 numbered out of 10, and 3 numbered out of 50. And none of them were of anybody of note. But the way that it worked was if you got, say, a 50 stripe here, and you send this in, they will send you back 50 copies of this card. And likewise, if you get 10 copies of Ronald Coleman, you can send those in and get a 10 stripe back. Now you have to pay shipping and handling, so you got to pay that aspect. But that was the idea, was that it gave you the ability to collect one way or the other. The problem they had at the time was we were more interested in the basic cards than we were in the parallels. We didn't understand parallels at the time, so this was not treated as a parallel at the time. A few people did, but most people figured, hey, if I've got an Emmitt Smith with a 10 stripe, that's 10 cards. Why would I want the 10 stripe? So they'd send it and get the 10 cards. Likewise with the surprise card. If you send this in, you can either get 50 of the pairs of the player corresponding to this and the promo, or you could get the 2 cards back with 50 stripes on them. So they came either way. So it was a really interesting concept, but the company only lasted for 3 years, and there's a reason for it. They also did have an insert set, and that was their Red Hot rookies. I got 2 of them. I got Rick Fox and Terrell Brandon, so I got good Red Hot rookies. Now this set does include Steve Smith and Dikembe Mutombo. So for in-pack acquisition of Dikembe and Steve, this is the only way that they're going to come. But in terms of and I love the card backs. There's something really cool about the deep colors on these card backs. But in terms of getting stars, basically of the rookies, you're only getting Larry Johnson and Terrell Brandon. Dale Davis, Terrell Brandon's back, Rick Fox, okay. And then Stacey Augmon toward the end. And so that's basically, or not Stacey Augmon, Kenny Anderson, sorry. Stacey Augmon's another one of the sendaways. So not as many great rookies, and again, overproduced, so the card values aren't very good. And even with Stockton and Pippen, these cards aren't really worth much at all. The stripes are worth a little bit more. But that's kind of the way they come. I got 1 complete set. In fact, I got a 2nd complete set in here, and I got 7 cards shy of a 3rd set. So I got a lot of actual complete sets in it. And as far as doubles go, I got 5 doubles, or 4 after the second set, but 5 doubles of the Larry Johnson #1 draft pick. I got 2 Isaiah Thomas doubles, 2 Chris Mullins, 5 Dale Davises, 3 Patrick Ewings, 5 Rick Foxes. I got 4 Larry Johnsons, the actual ones. I got 2 Terrell Brandons. I got 2 Kenny Andersons. And I got 5 Scottie Pippens, and I got 6 John Stocktons. So that's what I ended up with the doubles after the actual set itself. And like I said, I got 2 complete sets and almost a third set. So that was pretty good. As far as the stripes go, what I was impressed with was that I got 2 5s, 2 10s. Okay, that's fine. But I got 3 50s, which was basically the odds of getting that are probably pretty long. So that was a really fun addition to this. But otherwise, the problem that this has is that it's collegiate. So you got to kind of be into that kind of thing. And it's a little tricky, especially in 91, because there wasn't much in terms of rookies. You know, LJ just didn't hold up. So other than that, there's not a lot of draw for the box. These are ones that you do get in order to get the stripes. That's really kind of what it comes down to. And I did pretty well in that regard. It would have been nice to get a star in it, but I didn't. So, but it's very much a box that you're going to do because you happen to be into this kind of thing. But that's kind of the affair. So that's what it's like to open a box, and you have to read the names on the front. You cannot read the names on the back. I mean, you absolutely can't. The numbers are pretty clear, but you got to read them on the front, and it is a bit distracting as you're going through looking at the various jerseys. In part because yes, some of them are regular college jerseys, but some of them are jerseys of international, and it makes it kind of weird to see. And the selection of players isn't just college players. Some of it is pros, but some of it is European, or international. So that's interesting. But that's kind of my take on it. It's okay if you're into this, great. If you're not, you know, it's definitely an interesting experience. So thank you guys for watching.